What's going on, people? So you guys know I kind of have a thing for Benelli motorcycles, and most Americans don't even know what Benelli motorcycles are. You say Benelli, they think of shotguns because it's #1 selling shotgun in America. But Benelli's been making motorcycles since 1911. It's a long time, and it all started from this picture right here. It is the original picture I seen. I have those pipes right there. He sent them to me. They're all stainless. I have them downstairs. I had them on my bike, but they're so loud, I don't have them on my bike right now. But that's the original, first time I've ever seen a Benelli say. And I happen to live in Pennsylvania, and Cosmopolitan Motors was right down the street. They were the sole importer of Benelli. But not like this, 300 horsepower. Crazy. Saw that picture, and I started off with the Benelli 750 say. And I kind of just fell in love with them. Actually, this color was my first bike right here. And I don't know if you've seen that video that I recently found my first bike. It's exactly like, this is what it looked like when I bought it. And the video where I just found it and I sold it 30 years ago. And the guy never, ever touched it. He pulled it in a shop, put it on a work table, and that's where it sat. And he never did anything to it at all, which is crazy. I don't even understand that. But these bikes are special to me. First, they're very smooth because they're 6-cylinders, and the pistons are tiny. And they just have a good, I don't know, they just got a good sound to them, man. It's got a really good sound. Once it warms up, I'll rev it up. They sound really good, man. Now this one, I took the factory pipes have 1, 2, 3 baffles in them. This particular bike, I took the first 2 out. It only has the last one. This bike here is one of the most original stock ones I've ever come across. The only thing not stock, someone put an oil cooler on it. And this bike was a movie bike. They used it for an Italian war movie in Italy, and it had a big rack in the front and a big rack back here that held cameras. And they got it because it was so smooth. They're very smooth bikes. I mean, crazy smooth, no vibration at all. When I first went to buy one, they put a cigarette right here and stood it up right on the gas tank, and the salesman revved it. And the cigarette didn't move, but that's what he did. But yeah, listen to that sound though. It's got a good sound to it, man. Especially when you're out on the road. If you put a 6-in-1 Marvin header on, they even sound even better. They're crazy sounding. Sound like a F1 car, man. But yeah, they're just a neat bike, man. This particular one wasn't even a say when I got it. This was a 500 Quattro, but they're the same bike. Everything's the same except for the brake lever and that right side foot peg perch right here. They're different, and this brake lever is different. Everything else is the same. And Dave Keel out in Reno had this engine in a bike with 1,000 miles on it that had front end collision. The engine was perfect. So I drove out there in the dead of winter and snowstorm, tough, and got this engine and I noticed something. So I've had dozens of Benelli Says, and they're great bikes, but they rev out pretty quick. Like on the highway, you're doing 80, you're up in the RPMs. Well, when I built this one, because this was a 500, it still had the 500 sprocket on it. And I noticed that I could go like 120 and the bike wasn't revving out because of that 500 sprocket made all the difference. So this is the nicest riding say I've ever had because of that 500 sprocket. So I think if I ever had any of them, I would change them to 500 sprockets. I'd recommend anyone with a say. For modern day roads, I'd change it to a 500 sprocket. Yeah, you'll lose a little bit off the line, but that's not where you need it right now on modern day roads. You need the hot top end. and I mean the bottom end, and that's the 500 sprocket gives it to you. So worked out for me. This bike rides like a modern day bike, where this one doesn't, because it's got the 750 sprocket. So bigger sprocket, faster off the line, but tops out, and then you can't keep up with traffic. So anyway, story behind these, why, and then I got hooked. There's so many Benellis. They've been around since 1911. These 650 Tornadoes, this was the last line of Benellis actually made by the Benelli family. And then Di Tommaso, who did the Ford Pantera, bought in Benelli and Moto Guzzi. They were the same company. Moto Guzzi and Benelli from 73 up were the same company. This particular bike, I actually have some video of. Open the seat up right here with one hand, if I can do it. Some signatures there. John Carlos Morbidelli, and the last living Benelli, and Luciano Battisti. Three of the kings of Benelli. I have video of all three of them signing it over in Pesaro, which meant something to me. This is my personal bike. It's never going to be for sale, ever. So, yeah, they made mini bikes. There's a Benelli Dynamo mini bike. There's the Benelli limited edition Tornado 900, which was race use only. This was made for Superbike, to try to win Superbike. And the Moroni family got hundreds of millions of dollars in developing this triple to get these bikes to win Superbike. And miserable failure, because they rushed them out and they weren't ready. Had a lot of issues. Once you fix the issues, they're awesome bikes. But they didn't fix them before they rushed them out. So this is my favorite bike to ride, as some of you guys know. This is the seats off to keep the battery tender on it. 1130 Benelli triple, just a torque monster, man. This bike's like a marble on wheels. You feel like a marble. Just an amazing bike. Little Benelli 252C. You can really work those up and make fast bikes out of them. I got a lot of work into this one. Chambers, and redid the motor. You can do a lot to these motors. They're pretty tough to blow up. Unlike other 252 strokes, they were easy to blow up. But these were pretty durable. And I think that's it for the Benellis here in this building. I got some more down at the stables, but that was... So, during the Di Tommaso years, Benelli, Moto Guzzi, and Moto B, all the models were badged either or, except for the Say. This bike came badged Benelli and Moto B. This bike came badged Benelli and Moto B. But every other Benelli came badged Moto Guzzi or Benelli, no Moto B. Like the 650s, the 350s. You could buy all those under the Moto Guzzi brand, but not Moto B. This one, I built from scratch. I only had the frame that I got from, God, I'm trying to think of the name of the cycle place in Denver. They had this frame, and someone gusseted it all out. They did all this gusseting work, and they did a really nice job. Swing arms gusseted underneath. And I had that engine out of the green one, because it was a Quattro. So if I did, it kind of sucks, because if I knew I was going to get this bike, I probably just would have put the 6-cylinder in there. But I didn't know. I finished this bike, and then, I finished that bike, and then this frame came to be. And then I was looking for a Braun and Bogle tank from Germany, which that is, a Braun and Bogle tank. And someone messaged me on Facebook saying, hey, I got a Braun and Bogle tank, and sent it to me from Germany. And then I wanted this Stacci tail section. Someone goes, I have a brand new Stacci tail section in the original box with the original upholstery. And he sent that to me. So it kind of all fell together. But if I could do it over again, I would have kept the Quattro in that bike and put the 6-cylinder in this bike. But it is what it is. I'm not swapping them now. Not going to happen. So, but yeah, all this started from John Williams, from me seeing that picture on the front of a magazine. And now I'm friends with John Williams. And he gave me his race jacket at Devil's Staircase this last year, right here. He gave me that, and we've chatted on the phone for hours at a time. And great guy, 8-time world champion hill climber, and he rode a 300 horsepower nitrous burning Benelli 6-cylinder. 300 horsepower on one of these, which Nick Kemp built and used all Yoshimura parts, Honda parts, because they are the same as the Honda 550 with 2 extra cylinders. So, but great bikes. If you ever can come across one for a decent price, just make sure it runs and go drive it. Make sure it goes through the gears, because the weak link of all Benelli 750s were the gearboxes. Not the 900s, but the 750s had bad gearboxes, especially the first series. So Series 1 has the key down here, and Series 2 has the key up here. But they all had gearbox issues, all of them. So make sure the gearboxes are good. I have like 3 sets of gears over there, because they're hard to come by. No one makes them. No one repops them. Some of the stuff's getting hard to come by. I just found this grab bar in Pedro at Franco's next to the Benelli Museum. He had the grab bar for me. And then I just found these 2 engine crash bars at Imola swap meet in Italy. They go right here. Where'd they go? Right there. So they're going to go on this bike, not my bike. I'll have this bike all original factory with every factory option. Another thing that's always missing on the 750s, see this little piece of that little aluminum arrow right there? They're always missing because they used bad glue and they would pop out of there and be gone. To see those on a 750 is very rare. They're usually always gone and they're just black. So, and the Triangle Master. So this Triangle Master was only made from Brembo for this bike. See how this one doesn't have it, because this was a 4-cylinder. So I have a whole bunch of them though, but I'm not going to change it. It stops great. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not a purist. So it is what it is. It's my daily rider. So, all right, guys, I will show you some more. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, man, so you catch my videos. And I have a lot more on Facebook. So you find me, same name on Facebook. I post daily on Facebook. I don't post daily on YouTube, just long videos. But I have a lot of stuff coming up. I'll be at Davenport, Iowa. Then I'll be at Imola swap meet in Italy in September. I'll also be at the National Motorcycle Museum with Alan Millard the first week of September. And then I will be at Bike Week in Pedro. So, got a lot of good footage coming up. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. What's going on, guys and girls? LA Nick. So, a couple of weeks ago, this guy posted a picture, just a small section of a tail section of a bike on one of the motorcycle pages on Facebook. And that little picture, that little section he posted, I recognized that it was my very first bike from when I was a teenager, which was a Benelli 6-cylinder. So I messaged the guy right away and said, did you buy this from a guy in West Hollywood, California, 25 years ago, whatever it was? And he's like, yeah, I bought it from you. And the title's still in your name. And I've never touched the bike. I just put it inside my house and it never has been touched. So I just flew out here. I'm on the way to his house now. And I'm pretty excited, man. It was my first bike, Benelli 6-cylinder. My very first one. I think I was 16 or 17 when I got it. And actually, I might even been 15. No, I think I was 16. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. His name's Joe. We'll be there in a few minutes, so when I get there, I'll shoot it. All right, see you guys.
Off to replace some exhaust studs.
Oh, I made it to Joe's, and there she is. Just like it was 20 years ago. Not much is different. The side cover's off and the pipe's off. He put new exhaust studs in it. But everything else is pretty much the way it was when I left it. This is what, he only posted this little picture like that. And I recognized that button because I made this tail section. And that button right there came from this. I had a spare. And I put it there. I remember putting those shocks on. I don't know why I did that. I was a kid when I built this bike, so. Yeah, a lot of memories, man. I rode this bike everywhere. I did. I put a lot of miles on this bike. Still has the same tires on it. Hard as a rock. Yeah, there she is. Pretty crazy that it still exists exactly like it was. It's funny, I don't remember changing the bars, but I guess I did it one time.
Yeah, I didn't change them.
And doesn't have the factory master cylinder on it either.
No, that's how I got it.
Huh. This was like this, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Corroded off?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't break anything. It lived on that lift.
Huh. There she is. Not many people find their first bike, man. To find your first bike's pretty hard to do. And the title's still on my name.
Oh, yeah.
They never changed the title.
And I still have copies of the ad you placed on Craigslist.
And the title was when I moved to Florida in 1988. But I had this bike when I lived in Philly, too. So that's because it's where it came from, Cosmopolitan Motors. Yeah, hilarious, man. Okay, 900C. What year is this?
89.
89. It's pretty, man. It's a pretty bike, pretty bike. Stainless exhaust. She's nice. Yeah, she's nice. Thank you.
All right.
A nice oil cooler in there. Double
Where are you
horns.
from? UK. What? England. UK.
Yeah, it's nice.
UK.
Nice, right?
Nice.
Oh,
Very, very nice.
Yeah, this one's nice too.
Loads of mods I got on there.
Yeah, I can tell. I did the same thing.
Oh, right,
I
okay.
cut out the center one.
Oh, no, these were specially made.
Oh, I did mine myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they look the same.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Alright, we better get up there. They're telling everyone what's going on. Alright, see you guys.